Fire in the hole, let's cook some ribs. Hey, while we're looking at the fire, we might as well back out of this and show you what I got going on. If I can get my finger on the button. Okay, there you go. What we're doing today is we're going to smoke some ribs low and slow. We're going to use a minion method. I've got a bunch of charcoal over here. I've got my Grill-A-Q installed with water in it. And I've got my chimney turned upside down because I'm only going to start about 15 coals and dump them right on the other coals, and I'm going to put some mesquite wood in there and we're going to smoke some ribs, so stay tuned. So we're going to cook a couple of racks of baby back ribs today. We got a couple of nice racks of ribs. We're going to hit them with, we always do, Sang stir-fry oil because we love the garlic flavor of Sangs. We're going to use that to bind the rub to the ribs. So we're going to slather it with some Sang stir-fry oil. Slather those ribs down with some Sangs, and the beautiful garlic smell of that stuff is amazing. And I'm going to take some Tango Joe's chicken and rib rub, which is a great generic rub for ribs, and we're just going to sprinkle that on there. Sprinkle that on the ribs. It's a beautiful, it turns them a beautiful red color. It's got pepper in it. Good stuff. Generic rib rub that you can't just buy in the grocery store. You have to go online. I'll put a link in the description if you want to buy some of Tango Joe's chicken and rib rub. It says on the heat scale, it says hot, but I don't think it's that hot. I mean, it's good, but it's not burn your mouth hot. So we're going to rub that on the ribs, both sides. I've already removed the membrane from behind the ribs. Get them rubbed down. They look good enough to eat already. Look at that. That's beautiful. Tango Joe. You can't beat Tango Spice. Let me tell you why. Okay, I'm going to rub the other side, then I'll get them on the grill and I'll show you what that looks like, and then we'll talk about our Sabauce. So stay tuned. So my buddy Lyle from over at No Hippie Barbecue, and you know, I still hate that name. I don't know what he's got against hippies. He turned me on this sauce. I had to go buy it. He didn't give it to me. And he said that the first time he used it, they gave it to him, the company sent it to him, and he liked it so much that he went and bought some. That's a kind of a good endorsement of a product when you find that you like it so much that you go and buy it. And it comes in that package is cold. It's kept cold by a cold pack. Original Marinade, handcrafted Marinade, Sabauce. And it talks about your passion for grilling. It talks about the ingredients: chili powder, cilantro, onion, lime juice. Oh, speaking of limes, they send you in the box a lime, a key lime. Not sure what you're supposed to do with that. They also send you a marination bag and a flyer explaining a recipe for chicken wings, I think it is. And I think Lyle made some wings with this Sabauce, and he made some shrimp. But what really got me hooked was when he did the ribs. He did ribs with this sauce, and it looks so good. I gotta take a taste of this. I haven't even taken a sniff of it. Wow, it smells great. It's not a hot sauce by any means. It tastes like something I've had before, but I can't put my finger on it. It's got a bit of heat to it. It's got a bit of spice to it. Can you see that? That's Sabauce. Anyway, we're gonna cook our ribs for about an hour, then we're gonna baste them with this stuff, then we're gonna flip them and baste them again, and every hour we're gonna flip them and baste them. I don't usually do it that way, but that's how we're gonna do it today with the Sabauce. Cilantro, onion, lime juice, distilled white vinegar, water, mustard, turmeric, paprika, ginger, garlic, citric preservatives. It's a nice citrusy sauce. So if you'd like to try some of that, I'll put a link in the description where you can buy some. But if you stay tuned to the end of the video, I'll tell you how you might be able to get a sample of it from me. So stay tuned till the end and we'll talk about that. Meanwhile, let me get my ribs smoking and we'll put the first run of Sabauce on them. So stay tuned. Okay, my ribs have been in the smoke for about an hour. I'm going to hit them with a little bit of this Sabauce marinade. You know, I'm going to do this about every hour. I'll flip them and baste them with some of this Sabauce. Sabauce is a marinade. It's not a barbecue sauce by any means. It's very thin. It's almost like a mopping sauce, as a matter of fact. Got some beautiful the solids in the bottom of that thing there. You can see the pepper and maybe some red pepper in there. Not sure what's in it. I read you the list of description. But anyway, here's what we're going to do. We're going to mop it down with the Sabauce. So I guess you could say we're using the Sabauce as a mopping sauce for our ribs. And we're going to mop them both sides and flip them. I'm going to flip them every hour for the next 6 hours. Wet them down, it's good with that Sabauce. It's got a beautiful color to it. And yeah, I think it's going to be good. I know when Lyle did his ribs, they look really good. So let me get these mopped down with some of that Sabauce. And we'll cook them again for another hour. Then we'll flip them. Then we'll sauce them and flip them and sauce them and flip them till they get done. Take about, I estimate about 6 hours to get them done. They look pretty good though. I'll tell you what, they look good enough to eat already. Okay, so stay tuned. Eventually these things will get cooked and we'll drink a beer. So stay tuned. There's the not so frosty Root Boy mug. It's not frosty because my refrigerator sprung a leak on the ice machine and it filled my mug up with ice, with water actually, and it froze and I had to defrost it so it's not frosty. The beer is frosty, and the beer is New Belgium Voodoo Ranger 8-hop Pale Ale. So it's a pale ale with 8 hops from Voodoo Ranger, New Belgium Brewing Company. New Belgium is a pretty cool brewing company up there somewhere, up around Fort Collins and Asheville, North Carolina, and Fort Collins, Colorado. So they got 2 breweries, New Belgium Brewing Company, and the beer is frosty and it's a beautiful pale ale. You'll be able to see the color really easy because my mug isn't frosty at all. It's just an old mug now. It used to be the frosty Root Boy mug, now it's just an old mug. There it is, Voodoo Ranger 8 hops. I'm hoping that's going to be a hoppy pale ale. I think it will be. Smells great. Smells great. Always a good beer from New Belgium. Let's quaff the froth off of that. What do you think, Roll? Man, that's excellent. You know what that tastes like? It tastes like Ballast Point Sculpin. It's got that kind of hoppy flavor to it. Beautiful pale ale. Okay, that's my beer for this week, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get those ribs off there and take a taste of them. Stay tuned. My Sabauce baby back ribs are done, and even though I didn't wrap them, I got a real good pullback on the bone, and I got a beautiful smoke ring too. Looking really good. Let's give it a taste, see how we like it. Well, I like it. I like it a lot. That's a nice marinade. You know what I forgot to mention though, is that marinade is based on milk. That's why it arrives cold, and you have to keep it cold while you're cooking and basting. You have to keep the milk, keep it in the refrigerator in between bringing it out to work on it. But yeah, ribs turn out great. Got a beautiful smoke ring, good pullback on the bone, and they're delicious. I want to thank my buddy Lyle for turning me on to Sabauce. And if you would like to try some Sabauce, all you got to do is leave a comment on this video And what I want your comment to say is, hippies are good, or hippies are cool, or there's nothing wrong with hippies. So everybody that leaves a comment, a positive comment about hippies, I'll enter you into a random drawing. I'll pick one winner and send you a jar of that Sabauce marinade for you to try it on your own. It's good stuff. And it works good on ribs, but I think it's mainly made for chicken and shrimp. I saw the Tin Man, he made some shrimp and he made some chicken, I think, with it. Good stuff. They sent him his, I had to buy mine. So anyway, leave me a comment, something positive about hippies. You know, because Lyle's down on hippies, I don't know why. But anyway, go see Lyle. You know, No Hippie Barbecue. He's a cool dude, nice guy, a good guy. And as always, if you like this crap, please subscribe to my channel. I could use some love, you know what I'm saying? And come back next week. We may not cook anything good, but I'll bet you we drink a beer. And this 8-hop Ranger is awesome. It's really a good IPA. Beautiful pale ale. I'm really enjoying it. Anyway, babies, we'll see you next week, okay? Bye.